Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Arsenal putting Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up for sale amid wage bill woes, and then we're going to look at Arsenal having Lautaro Martinez contract prepared as Eddie scrambles after Brentford loss. So the first transfer headline states that Arsenal put Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up for sale amid wage bill woes. So the reports are stating that Arsenal captain Aubameyang won't be kept by Arsenal Chiefs if a suitable offer comes in. Arsenal star striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang didn't perform to the best of his abilities last season, and interest in Tammy Abraham has apparently signalled the end for him amid contract woes for Arsenal's biggest earner. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang joined from Borussia Dortmund in 2018 for a club record fee believed to be £56 million, offering fresh hope to Gunners fans. He immediately did so, scoring in 10 and 14 in his first season in North London, before amassing 22 league goals in 36 league games in 2 consecutive seasons, cementing his place as one of the best strikers in the league. However, after a paltry campaign last season, in which he scored just 15 goals in 39 games, the Times report that Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is open to offers for the Gabonese captain. It is a stark reality from last season, where Aubameyang was one of the players Mikel Arteta could rely on. In all fairness to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, his absence was felt at Brentford on Friday evening, with Florian Balogun led the line, but was largely ineffective as the Bees beat Arsenal 2-0 took on top of the Premier League in their first top-flight game for 74 games. The Gunners have been linked with Chelsea striker Tammy Abraham, but after seeing their performance is reportedly considering a move to AS Roma. Yet, without the creative spark that the club have missed since Mesut Ozil used to grace the Emirates Stadium, there is a real need for a number 10 to come in ahead of a striker. Emile Smith-Rowe was the only capable player in the loss at Brentford, but he alone cannot be called up to consistently perform. Arsenal can afford a playmaker, but they would be pressed to sell other players over concerns that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's talents have dried up. With the club in the market for a new striker, and Alexander Lacazette 2 years younger, it would be a financial decision to recoup a fee and get Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang off the wage bill. And they may also sell other deadwood to try to recruit a striker. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Eddie Nketiah, Reece Nelson and Hector Bellerin have all supposedly been transfer listed in a bid to raise funds. But with little to no interest in said players, it represents a challenge for Arsenal Chiefs to shift the unwanted quartet. Arsenal could continue their campaign against cross-city rivals Chelsea next Sunday in a blockbuster clash. And with Romelu Lukaku set to debut against Mikel Arteta's side, it is no doubt he will show them what a top striker looks like. So it looks like Arsenal put Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up for sale amid wage bill woes. And it looks likely that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang won't be kept by Arsenal, as you can clearly see that there were talks saying that he was ill in the game versus Brentford, but I think there is something going behind the scenes, something that Aubameyang and Arteta are not getting along with, and this has led to the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang looking likely to leave the Gunners. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Arsenal have Lautaro Martinez contract prepared as Edu scrambles after Brentford loss. So the reports are stating that Arsenal lost 2-0 to Brentford in their Premier League opener on Saturday. Arsenal have a big contract for Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez prepared, according to reports. Mikel Arteta and Edu are eager to land the Argentine international before the transfer window shuts on August 31st, and their need for a new forward was evident as they lost 2-0 to Brentford in their Premier League opener on Friday night. Arsenal have signed 3 players so far this summer. Albert Sambi-Lokonga and Nuno Tavares joined from Anderlecht and Benfica respectively, while Ben White moved from Brighton for £50 million. However, despite those acquisitions, Arsenal started their campaign poorly by losing to Brentford in their opening league fixture on the new campaign. Sergio Canos had put the Coast in front in the 22nd minute, beating Bert Leno with an effort from the edge of the area, and Christian Norgard then capitalised on some woeful Gunners defending to make the game safe, nodding home with 17 minutes left on the clock. Now, in the aftermath of that result, Arsenal are aiming to bolster their squad. And Sport Media Set claimed they prepared a massive contract offer to Lautaro Martinez, who is currently the club's priority transfer target. Arsenal is said are willing to pay the Inter Milan star close to £14.5 million a year in order to bring him to the Emirates Stadium. That would make him one of the best paid players at the club, on a weekly salary in the region of £280,000 a week. At the moment, Tottenham are also in the mix to sign Lautaro Martinez, regardless of whether or not Harry Kane moves to Manchester City. But also now appears primed to hijack their fierce rivals, with Edu's scrambling in the wake of Friday night's Charleston defeat. Speaking after the display, Clausen admitted that his side doesn't deserve to win the match, congratulating Brentford on their victory. "Congratulations to Brentford. I don't want to use any excuses," he said. "It's a very disappointing night. We needed to start in a very different way. The performance in the two halves was different. In the first half, we had periods where we weren't ourselves. We got in trouble pretty easily in different ways with the long balls and the second balls. We were very disappointed with that. We acted in the second half after going 1-0 down, but the crowd was right behind them. We created a lot of situations but not enough threats or shots on target to win a football match. When you concede a goal on a long throw, it then becomes a big task. Congratulations to Brentford on what they did and what they've done to be where they are and for the fantastic crowd they have right behind them." Arsenal icon Ian Wright meanwhile labelled the result embarrassing. "For Arsenal fans watching, that is embarrassing for us. Embarrassing for us," Ian Wright said. "They didn't compete and they didn't look any better than they were last season. I think Ben White did well against Ivan Toney tonight. Kieran Tierney, you're always going to get that from him. There's more players to come. There's 18 days left in the transfer market and they're going to need to do something. If you're going to play against a promoted team and you're not going to at least match them for endeavour and intensity, then it's going to be a long season for Arsenal. It's worrying." Also, our next in action against Chelsea on Sunday. So it looks like Arsenal have Lautaro Martinez' contract prepared, and let's see what happens. So we'll have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup poster using the special link I've put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 30 likes. Also subscribe for more daily videos and share the video with your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the latest videos on the screen and I'll see you there.